All right, I pushed the button.
He was British at one point.
I pushed it.
Why did he push it? Also, no, I was never British. No, really, I'm Polish, yo, and the other part is African. So yeah, I don't have British. And
I suppose.
Just saying, I actually know where I came from. So, welcome to Ebb and Soak, the place where all the fun's at. And by fun, I mean horrifying terror. Get back in there. You don't get to escape that easily.
I want to escape.
No, you get back in there. Just think about what you've done.
I think last time we had worked out plans and one moment my brain is trying to recall. We tried to go to a well to get stuff. We met a spider who we're going to talk with tomorrow when Fawn goes back to talk to it because it was being friendly, which was weird. Then something happened after the spider, and I can't remember what.
Well, yeah, the theory was you were going to prepare a spell to try to talk to the spider. The other theory was blowing ashes to attract the attention of the lost Phoenix Wolf, and you did get a howl out of it, but then they left. Disappointment.
Yeah, I think we're going to try it again at the next full moon, because that's when things get a bit more interesting, I think was the best way I could describe it.
I believe the term the kids use is spoopy.
Yeah. I don't suppose anybody knows when the next full moon is.
Oh gosh.
And she looks up.
I don't know. Maybe somebody should feed it.
Give me a survival check to properly figure out. I would figure survival to quickly put out a moon chart. That seems more like a navigational type of thing as opposed to a knowing how nature works thing. If that makes any sense.
Well, if you know how nature works, you know about the rotation of the planet.
I suppose I can deal with that. So if you have nature and you want to roll that. Well, there you go. So he has no idea how to chart that at all, but he clearly remember. Oh yeah, no. Should totally be here in about 4 days.
Survival wise, no, but as a druid, yeah, I celebrate here.
That's fine. I won't have to try and test my memory about when the moon will be. Full moon will be here.
You have 4 days for that.
All right, so we got plenty of time to talk to the spider. I kind of want to talk to the person who kept trying to talk to us when we were staying at the other place.
Sounds reasonable.
Yeah, assuming that the fact that we paid means we're protected. So I want to ask him questions.
So it is getting on in the day. What are you doing? It's like late afternoon.
So he left the bucket there with water.
Yeah.
So I'll haul up a couple buckets of water and fill our flasks and such. I guess we'll search around a little more, or I will.
You cannot get ye flask.
What?
Sorry, that was a obscure internet reference. Please continue.
At least that's my goal. I don't know about the rest of the party.
I don't know about where else to search. I will be honest. At that point, I'm a little bit. So if you've got ideas, lead the way. I'll follow.
Turn to the party. Skipping over Duck. Ask. Queen.
We can't skip over Duck.
She'll interject when needed. So,
this is true.
What do you want to do? Or Silver? What do you prefer to be called? Queen or Silver?
Silver, of course.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I would point out that it, we have a queen. It will be a little bit, well,
Odd.
yes. I mean,
Rude.
I mean, Silver. I don't suppose if you are actual royalty. I never asked.
Not in the least.
Then it would be very odd to call her such a name.
Okay.
But you could be polite and call them man.
True.
However, you do hear several doors shut.
Yours
Nope.
work?
Give me a perception check.
I'm assuming that would be the locals closing off their doors, ready for nighttime.
Haven't you people ever heard of closing the gosh dang door? No.
No perception checks.
My character sheet's being slow because I'm
And you
exporting,
character sheet.
I'm
All
exporting
right.
my version of the map.
Thorn can hear the atoms themselves vibrating, and by that I mean he can actually hear like bars being put in place and doors locking.
Sorry. Think we disturbed someone. We're too loud.
Oh gosh.
She puts away her loot.
Well,
Well, to answer your question, I would. My current priority would be to find the lost Phoenix Wolf, but that isn't going to be possible for a few days yet.
just walking out into the fog probably would not be the best idea just yet. But
Well,
especially-
yeah, that's why we're trying to guide them home by using ashes. Is it not?
it is, and hopefully we can return at a full moon, and that might have a better result, as that is when they went missing, and the height of the spookiness, as they say.
While this is going on, I'm going to refocus.
You focus so hard. As a druidic person, how are you focusing?
Just probably looking around, watching the sky, then taking a moment to myself.
You are communing with nature. Seems reasonable. Give me a perception check, ye focuser.
Ooh.
Now, you are fairly certain you hear something approaching. A slow, uneven shuffling.
Behind us, to the sides, in front, above.
Well, from where you are sort of plopped down, somewhere in front of you to the left a bit. It's coming closer.
I'll stand up and whisper, "Hey, what's that way? You guys hear that?" And then point in the direction with the hoof.
If other people want to roll perception, go for it. Else?
When my roll 20 cooperates, there we go. Woohoo! I see nothing.
This is not a very perceptive group.
Thorns are ears and eyes.
The fog is rolling in. That much you can see very clearly.
Pull out a torch and
Gently blanketing the area.
I think we should find shelter. I start backing off, looking for a doorway to go in.
Then I recommend we head back to the mansion and.
You hear a loud screech from the direction that you were looking. And now whatever it is coming closer to you very quickly.
I will draw out my sword. We either start running now or get ready to fight.
I'd say run because this may be more than
And
one.
stop talking and start running.
Yeah.
I will grab a duck and start making my way.
Oh, that doesn't look good.
Quack! Wait, you're grabbing your duck.
Yeah.
She is so happy.
Do that in private.
You
please.
have gained 1 duck.
Well,
Okay.
I'm making my way to the mansion.
She-
If you're not following, then you're not following your own instructions.
So what are your movement speeds?
25. I mean, duck probably can run faster than me, but
30.
30.
Oh no, Duck is upon Steel's back right now, doing that thing where she like rests her head on top of his head.
I'm guessing you're slower because of armor.
yeah,
Damn you, armor. Is it medium or heavy?
it is heavy.
Okay, then that makes sense. I was gonna say with medium, if you have no strength, you can throw off that penalty entirely and laugh at it. Laugh.
Now I have a -5 penalty.
Oh. Okay, well then you are scuttling and something is directly behind you. So feel free to give me an athletics check to try to run faster. Everybody else is just already has kind of a leg up and they're kind of leaving you behind. Bye.
Oh, that's
Oh.
fine.
Let my bear lead. He is 35.
Oh, well, look at you just showing off.
I've got to show off somehow.
So you managed to get a little bit more speed in there. As you guys are zipping towards, what are you zipping towards?
The mansion where we stayed.
Okay. Just checking. All right, so you're running up to the manor house. There's a couple of little lanterns lit up in the front, fighting off the fog feebly. And you scramble up the steps. Step. And, well, now you're at the door. What are you doing?
Do I
Open
get
it.
there first? There we go.
Sorry?
Open it. Knock while trying to open.
Clop, clop, clop. And you open the door. Which means I get to move you here. Take that.
Open the door. Hold it open for everyone, and then wave everyone in.
Quack! Quack, quack,
Wait,
quack, quack,
there's a
quack,
dead
quack.
body right there.
Wait. Oh, wait. What dead body? I mean, that's a pile of armor. Also, you guys should not be here.
We should be.
Okay. It's like turn around, everyone in. Dead body.
No! This is exactly what we didn't want. Roll 20. Stop messing with me. I paid you your money. This is why I'm going to leave you for somebody else. I'm switching over the Shardbringers over to Foundry.
Nice.
I almost want to try to watch that if I can to see what it's like.
I should
Let's
also
talk
probably
offline.
get rid of some of these other dead bodies. You, go away. Where are you guys? Where did I drop you? Oh, there you are. Hooray! I get over there. Whee! Roll 20. Why do you get upset with me when I do that? It's like roll 20
better.
wants me to give it up. Because you know what doesn't do this? Foundry. Look, see, I did not sing that song. I never said I wouldn't give you up. I never said I wouldn't let you down.
Wait,
In fact,
where
I'm
are you?
feeling a bit like running around and possibly deserting you.
Okie dokie.
I just have so much resources on Roll20.
Such as? Paid stuff.
Yeah, content.
Yay, content.
I'm in the wall.
Yeah. Dave, can you rearrange us?
I'm reloading.
Oh, okay.
Quick, run around inside the walls.
No. Cut that out.
Yeah, my bear is like stuck in another room with something else.
That is what the bear deserves. Okay, seriously, finish loading. Roll 20. All right, I think it's almost done. I can see something. There we go. Okay. Hi, bear. All right, you. There we go. Okay.
Once everyone's in, I close the door and Bart.
Meanwhile, what is it? What is it? What are you doing here? You have not paid for the night.
Well, we would like to pay for the night.
Throw
Or is
some
it too
coins
late?
on the ground. Here you go.
You were
Your
a really
quarter.
great hostess. We'd like to stay here.
Oh, you are too kind. Much too kind. Yes, yes, come in. You know where the room is.
5 stars.
Right
Here you
this
go.
way.
Quack, 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 quack.
Ask her if she knows what the fog is. Other
The
than
fog?
fog.
There's nothing good that comes from that.
You know the source?
Do I know the source? Do you know the source of the clouds in the sky?
Actually, yeah.
Don't sass me.
Go ahead and drag me around because Rogue 20's not being kind to me right now.
It's not being kind to anybody, apparently. They got really upset when I was trying to drag a bunch of people at the same time.
Oh, they're showing outages all over. I just checked outage note.
Oh, God. I mean, this was another reason why I swapped over to Foundry. Because it literally can't have these problems because you're hosted on my computer.
Yeah.
There is no central server to, go down.
It's just pretty nifty.
Well,
Except for your computer.
actually, there is. You're considered the server.
I am but that's the thing. If I'm down, then there's no game anyway. So at that point, I can't really blame Foundry.
Also, it technically runs on an Apache server, which is a very lightweight web server, so it's actually pretty efficient.
Right,
Oh, it's not Nginx?
My friend in the server is named Isdell, I believe. He said he said he'd looked through it and he said it was an Apache server, and I kind of trust him with that kind of thing.
But that's neat. Neat, guys. It's neat.
I'll double check with him actually. But regardless, it's a lightweight server. Regardless.
Yeah.
I mean, it hasn't slowed my computer down, and I've been running it constantly for days now. So I'm pretty happy with it. Woo!
Yeah, it just pretty much passes around JSON objects with the API in it, which is really, really lightweight.
That makes sense. In fact, if you guys want to, possibly next time we could switch over to that, but then you'd have to make up you have to port your character sheets over.
I wouldn't mind that.
Well, next time, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll talk out of game.
Duck is on top of steel.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
isn't that just a natural situation?
It's true.
I mean, tell me when something new happens.
Onward, my valiant steed.
All right. Well, we're heading off to bed. This.
Well, she is at the front, waiting for everybody else to catch up.
Yeah, if you can. I'll follow her.
Nah. There.
Follow the rest of the group. Stay behind, as in back.
This
Roll 20. Oh my God. Oh,
this is totally Duck right now. Right
here. All right. I have dragged you ahead. For some reason, there's like a delay between when I move you once and then when it lets me move you again. Because Roll20 is just being a butt. I mean, they did say a bunch of people like hopped on it because Plague. Yay, Plague. Who doesn't like that? But anyway, I do not know where the fog comes from, but I do know what comes from it. Trouble. So much trouble. As long as I keep, and then suddenly there's a lot of banging at her front door. She rolls her eyes. Ill-mannered guess. You will be waiting here. Go on to your room. I will be getting you the dinner, yes.
Is it the same one as before, miss?
But no, last time it was breakfast. Yes, it was.
Wow.
Where's our room?
It is the
Boop.
one on the left.
Boop. Boop.
Oh, uh,
It was all three of these rooms. There's no wall between these three spaces.
Quack,
I
quack,
can't
quack.
go.
Here, this is all one room. One room.
I think this is the one room.
Yeah,
This is both of these sides are one big room.
All right. Well, there's walls on this side which I can't get through.
Yeah, same here.
Oh,
Whatever. We stay
what did
there.
I do? Well, if Roll20 would like to cooperate with me, I could. Oh, okay. Apparently, for whatever reason, I don't know what past me was thinking, I made these two a room, and this its own room. This is all one big room. Whatever. Anyway,
Stay in there.
she wanders back off towards the front. And it looks like you guys are not listening in on that, so I won't bother you with what she's doing.
So that looks like that was a close call.
Well,
I guess when we hear doors closing and locking, we should be worried.
Well, we could always see what it was.
I mean,
Maybe
have you ever played Castlevania 2?
don't think
Nope.
I have.
It's a terrible night to have a curse.
Duck starts looking left and right.
well, I think I should tuck in for tonight, don't you think, Steel?
Yes.
Well,
Nudge, nudge,
we
nudge.
should have-
Tee hee, tee hee.
No food?
we should have some food first, then we can tuck in.
Okay.
we can tuck.
Looking at-
We can tuck. We can tuck in, and then we can tuck in.
Looking out the window, seeing if there's any commotion going on at ground level.
There does seem to be commotion going on at ground level. Alarming. You can see various shambling entities moving through the fog towards the front door, though you can't see the front door from here because that would be like around the building. And you hear shouting, "No, no, Nine, no! You are not welcome here! Go away! Go, no, no!" And then a loud bang.
That was like banging on a door, or do we hear a gunshot bang?
No, it's more like a door slamming shut.
Okay, good.
Very good.
Questions you can only ask an Ebon Silk.
Just worried for a moment there.
What's the worst that could happen?
Hey, it's a cross-dimensional thing, and we're actually in the far future right now.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize we were playing in Tempest.
Yeah, who knows?
Wow.
That's why it would be so bad.
That was Tempest's trick the whole time. You're always in Tempest.
Oh God.
You just didn't realize.
I've only ever visited Tempest once, and I don't plan to go back.
I never fail to have fun putting people through Tempest. I'm sorry. Tempest is a great place.
What is this Tempest?
Tempest is a city that was created and destroyed in the future.
Oh, okay.
But it exists now. It exists in the past. And it exists in the far future. It always exists. And yet has already been destroyed.
Except for that one moment where it doesn't exist because it was destroyed and before it was created.
I mean, theoretically, but
You're screwed if you're there.
yes.
Yeah.
Everybody who lives there is certain that one day it will land on that bad space-time coordinate, and then it will cease to be. But as far as anybody can tell, that hasn't happened yet. But then again, even if it did happen, how would you know? It's confusing. This is what happens when you get space-time involved.
Bum, bum, bum. Okay.
Is that new space time?
Well, if it goes for too long, I'll head out and sort of peek around to see if she needs help with something.
When you poke your head out of the room, you can see her trotting basically towards you. Ah, there you are. Are you being curious? No peeking. I will make the tasty things for you.
Do you need help?
No, no, just rude things. Very rude. She frowns. They will not be guests of my house.
You are such a good housekeeper. Thank you.
She gives a soft nod. Well, if you are needing anything at all, you give me a call. And do not let the ghosts bother you. I told them to behave themselves.
Do you have a library?
Oh, a library? You would like to do some readings?
I was looking for historical documents on this area, or maybe even maps.
Oh, aren't you the smart boy? Well, fine. You come with me. This way, this way.
Look at the rest of the group. Hey.
Have fun.
Oh, great.
Remember,
Great.
looking for a
I'll
husband.
bring my bear along, squeeze him through the hallways.
Because bears are great at reading.
Yeah, it's also great to, snuggle up to and read.
You can just sit on the bear with a book.
Well, I will sit with a duck.
I'll let
Quack.
you drag me over.
Is
I
a
can't do it
duck
myself.
better than a bear?
She is
Yeah.
sitting near wherever Steel is and like looking at him and then giggling. And then looking at him again and giggling.
All right. I am very slowly moving things as quickly as D20 wants to cooperate with me. I am very annoyed with D20 today. Let me just tell you.
Yeah, they have an outage of 48% right
Oh,
now
God.
of their servers.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. It's just a document I'm looking at.
They are not having a good day. Let's put it that way.
It looks like they're getting a lot of denial of service tax.
Why? Why?
Oh well.
Anyway, slowly populating around you, you should see books.
Okay, I'll
Look at the
start
books.
slowly going through, taking inventory. Not as good as some famous people we know.
Are you implying that you are not a book horse?
No, not much of one, but I have goals. So I can
Got
focus.
ambitions. That's what you're saying.
Yep. This is impressive, I tell her after she leads me in here.
Don't mind me as I literally just throw down an entire room on top of the room. I mean, that's actually kind of cool. But anyway, if I flip that, yeah, that actually makes it fit better. If I move it like, there you go. Look at that. Tell me that isn't some shenanigans.
Thank you.
Poof. Now put it in the map layer because that helps. Put these in the map layer too. Map layer, go. There you go. There, doesn't that look fancy? Just pretend that there's a door here. Shut up.
Now I can go in.
Yeah, I mean, you can see where you are. You can see there's lots of books and things, and a nice little desk
Okay.
there. And
Well, I can't go in there.
what? It doesn't let you?
No, it's black.
Oh, 1 second. Oh, because that is a door, and I'm assuming she would probably have opened it. So there you go.
So where's this library?
Well, I mean, you guys didn't go with him.
Queen wanted. Not.
I mean,
Oh, I
sorry,
probably
Silver.
would. I probably would have.
So we were asking. All right, so you want to be in the library?
Yeah. Not like anything better to do.
Thump.
oh,
I
well,
have.
Duck, looks like we have the room to ourselves.
Oh no!
Oh
That's
gosh.
rude.
Yeah. She starts giggling a lot. Giggle, 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 giggle. It's taught to be praised.
But no flower. How are you going to? Never
Oh
mind.
gosh, yes, there is no flower.
She looks distraught.
All right, but yes, I have dumped you in the little library annex there. He's even got a bear for the bear to sit on. The bear can sit on that bed and just be comfortable. As long as she doesn't mind sharing some space with a broom. I'm not sure why the broom is there, but there it is. I mean, who doesn't put brooms on their bed? Weird people, that's right.
Oh, I'll work with Silver and try to find some books on the local history and maps.
No, ready? You can roll knowledge local to research. You get a +2 for having a library, and you can attempt to do kind of a long-term thing as opposed to just a quick, oh, I know that.
Okay, how do we do that?
That means roll it, and you make some amount of progress until you make enough progress.
Knowledge. Okay.
Knowledge local.
No.
You mean
no.
society? There is no knowledge local in Pathfinder 2.
I have lore.
You are correct. Society, unless you have a lore that happens to pick for this.
+2.
You should not have lore as just lore. It should be lore something. That's like knowledge, the skill.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what it was. It said pick a lore. So
I mean, it depends on your background.
Yeah.
What's your background? That gives you some kind of lore, depending on what the background. I still feel bad for people who get lore labor because that's just really kind of worthless. All right. So, what's your background?
I'm checking. I don't have one list. Yeah, there we do. Background Scout.
Scout. That's not one I have memorized. So let's find out. Fortunately, I have a PDF. That's good, right?
Yes.
Seriously, where is it? Backgrounds. It's called Scout.
Yep. Backgrounds. Here we go. Ancestries and backgrounds.
Oh, there it is. Scout. You are trained in. Okay. You get a lore skill related to one terrain type.
So.
Like forest or cavern.
I assume it would be probably forest. Okay, I'll change that.
So you have forest lore. Haha. Which is probably not appropriate for this.
Yep.
But if there was a forest related question,
actually,
you'd
no.
be ready.
I already have grasslands written down here.
Sorry, what do you have?
Grasslands.
Oh, grasslands. Okay, that's fine.
Let's change that. See
so if you were trying to analyze any kind of plain-like situation, you'd be good to go.
Yep. So now it says correctly.
Hooray!
Okay.
Be right back. Make it roll.
Be social, right? Or society. There we go. I'll look over at Silver. Anything particular we want to look for? Probably if we can narrow it down, it'd be better.
It's kind of hard to know what you would what topic mysterious fog falls under. Is it a natural phenomenon? Is it a occult phenomenon?
I was thinking more of a historical, if this has occurred previously in this area, and there may be documents or such, or some local legends.
That's true. That is very possible.
If not, then we know this is new and is being something has changed drastically in the area. The other thing would be look for families, see if there's any historical families in the area that maybe have some significance. Just, waving my hoof around thinking. trying to come up with things while going through the shelves. It definitely maps of the area. Or if we could locate maybe even a governor's house that might have documents on where people lived or such.
Oh, like a town hall, perhaps.
Yeah, if there is one. There may be, reference here to someone who was such. And back to
I wonder
the...
if the I wonder
Oh,
if
go
the
ahead.
mo- I wonder if the local morticians would have kept records of people who have died. That would at least give us some idea of when people lived and when they died. Perhaps if there's a town doctor, that would be there would be birth records.
Trying to locate such thing, or even a graveyard.
That as well.
Which probably is next to a church. Or some type of religious monastery.
I'm back.
Hello.
Sorry about that. Stuff and things. Alright, so I see some society rules as you start pouring through the books for vestiges of lore relating to the manor and the house. Well, not the house, the town that it resides in.
Yeah.
What are you looking for?
Well, go ahead, Silver. We discussed it. I'll let you relay. I'm going to take a break for a moment.
Well, we kind of went through several ideas. We like seeing where if there's a town hall where other records might be kept, a mortician who might have kept records of who has died, a town doctor who might have kept records of births, a graveyard where we might be able to survey the headstones. We've just kind of been kind of pursuing a lot of different paths of inquiry.
Or just trying to find, a local map or the area or historical references to the fog in the past.
So you're trying to get population trends and detailed information along those lines?
Well, I doubt that's in here, but maybe reference to, maybe a town manor or such that we could go governors.
Hints
Building.
towards where you could get that information.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. That is reasonable. And so, when dinner time comes around, yay, dinner, you all gather around the table. And she inclines her head. Enjoy yourself. Go on, eat. And then she trots off.
Wait, before you leave, is there a governor still in town?
She looks over her shoulder. Oh, no. No. The last one of those that we had. They walked off into the fog. You know how it is.
Where was the location? Where was the governor's house or civic building?
She turns back around. Oh, yes, we have one of those. Very lovely place. It's a little quiet these days. She looks over the walls and then she points. There, right there. And she walks over to where there's like a little map of the town. Ah, yes, I had this commissioned back when the town was so bustling, so busy.
I'll pull out a scroll. I only have 2 sheets.
And
start trying to sketch it out.
Her horn glows as she grabs a fork and uses it to point at a particular building. Boop. Here it is, Town Hall.
And where are we?
Oh, we're right over here. Point.
Okay. Yeah, well, obvious it's a big building.
Yes, we were one of the first. And it turns out we might be one of the last. Oh well, enjoy your dinner. Yes. Off she goes. Trot.
I'll look around the table. Everyone copy this map. We don't need to get lost.
We're not there. Me and Duck were left in the room alone.
No, this was later at dinner.
Oh, okay.
In the dining room, where
Gotcha.
Where somebody was killed with a candlestick. I'm certain of it. I've played enough Clue to know how this works.
So yeah, I'll make sure everyone starts copying the map, or at least.
I don't think I have any equipment for this.
I'm sure we can come up with something.
Ready to give me a craft roll for how good your map.
That's gonna be terrible.
Well, I mean, if you give me the stuff, I can do it.
Like you now have like a great big circle that is the town, and a couple of little circles that are the main points of interest. There you go.
Yeah.
Look at.
And a little arrow pointing at one of them. We are here.
Just pass it here. Let me have a go at drawing your map.
Okay.
That's
I don't
arrow.
think she'll let us take this one, nor do I want to destroy it.
Okay, that is it takes a while because the good drawing takes time, but eventually you have a at least reasonable map. This is a decent map. Behold it. Are
Yes.
you holding it?
Yes.
All right. I like to imagine a duck like looking at the map adoringly. You make the best maps.
Yes.
Can we locate where the Phoenix's home was, or burrow, or whatever you want to call it?
Based on the layout of the land, I would say they were here.
Give me a survival check for navigation to figure out how this map lays out to where you've actually been walking around. Because this map is not even like super recent. It was built when the town was all nice and happy. All right, thumping your heads together, bonk. Ow. You figure out, this is where she would have lived, and that area is labeled on the map as the lower class laborman district.
Does that include the area with the second well?
No, that was a higher up place. It was a banner.
Is there a name attached to it?
Give me another survival check to figure out where the heck that is on this map. Man, I can't stop you. I see how it is. You can't see it, but I'm shaking my fist at you. Take that.
Turn on the camera and we can see it.
I don't have to do any of that, thank you. But anyway, yes! You succeed at determining where this manor is. And yes, it does indeed have a name.
Guess that's the first thing I asked the spider. Are you one of the members of the Shoreline?
Shoreline.
Manor?
I mean, a appropriately snooty name. Obscure. Just the right amount of both, I think, for this town.
Wait, so
That's
they actually,
interesting.
You just have a regular name.
so they actually use proper spider silk to get their silk.
I mean, give me a shoot. I suppose that would be society. They don't have a history lore, do they? Well, I mean, a history skill. I guess if you had lore history, that would work. That's not a thing you have. All right. However, I will tell you that the dinner was delicious. I mean, as long as you don't think about the fact that it was prepared by a ghost.
I was not thinking of that.
It's food to die for.
Hmm. Hmm.
Look, all I'm saying is she's had a lot of years to perfect her food.
This is true.
What are you thinking about, Duck?
Oh, don't worry about it.
Oh, if you say so.
Alright, but you do have a copy of a map.
Great, thank you.
Well, you seem to be the better one at navigating Thorn, so you take the map.
Yeah, I'm wondering if you can. Yeah, that means you guys can get lost without one.
Well, I'm sure we'll get lost even with one.
Okay. So.
Why is there not a Google Map spell?
G Maps? Because you'd have to pay for it or accept advertising.
Damn it. That in some way amuses me, the idea that there is a device that can do mapping, but when you use it, your travel speed is halved because of advertisements.
Delivered to you now. What? But that means they know where we are also. Oh, wait.
No. You can dispel this penalty for a certain amount of gold where you have to buy something that's advertised. It gets delivered to you by like various extraplanar entities that just kind of appear out of nowhere. Whoop, here you go.
Can you take me with you?
No.
Oh well. I guess I'm fine. Head back to the room after all this and finish up researching, and then if we agree on something, then in for the night and get some sleep, I guess.
What are you looking for at this point?
Just anything on the town history or local legends. Just sort of like browsing through.
All right. If you have a researchy type lore, feel free to roll that. Otherwise, we're stuck with society.
Occultism?
You know what? That, but then obviously you're looking for things that are interesting to an occult eye. That makes sense.
True. Yeah. How about diplomacy?
You cannot convince the books to give up their knowledge. Oh, wise tones, please tell me what I need to know.
Yeah.
I'm really not sure how diplomacy could be used here. Okay. Let me just make sure that I know what occultism covers. Because otherwise I'll feel bad. You don't want that. Here we are. Occultism. Ancient philosophies, esoteric lore, obscure mysticism, and supernatural creatures. How fancy is that? Pretty fancy, I think. You find a book. It looks really interesting. It says The Founding Houses of Ebensoak. However, it's also written in a horribly obscure, almost code kind of language. It seems to be... It's like whoever was writing this was drawing lines steeped in symbology in terms of the star formations and in fate and destiny and all sorts of nonsense. You're pretty sure you're going to have to decipher this, which is something else that occultism can do, assuming you're trained in it.
Yeah.
Okay, because yes, so this looks like it is obscured in a very occult way, which is part of what brought your attention to it. Wait a second.
This is weird. I'll see if she'll let me, if I step out, does she appear and say, nothing leaves the library? If not, then I'll take it to my room.
I mean,
Maybe
she's
pass
not
it
there
around to the
until, like, you're halfway back to your room.
I'll ask her, can I borrow this for a couple days. Just leave it in the room. Won't take it out.
She inclines her head. Why do you not do your reading in the library?
I need to make notes, and also I'm sure I'll need to sleep.
Bring your notebook to the library.
Yes, okay. I sort of lower my head and walk back.
And she attempts to just kind of take the book with her magic. I will put it back. You go to sleep. You are being very silly.
I'm tired. Go back.
You have been chastised by Romanov grandma, basically.
Ghost Romanov.
That's kind. Come on.
Yeah, great.
I mean, she's not even angry at you. She's just calling you silly. Silly boy, go to sleep.
I go to sleep. I follow her recommendation. But only for one night. I don't want to make it permanent.
In the early hours of the morning, bang, 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 bang on the door. Ah, who is it? Who is it?
Oh.
You could wake the dead with how loud some people are.
If that woke me up, I'm going to go and investigate as well.
So you emerge just as she's walking past, and she goes, "Oh no, you do not be worrying about it. This is my problem. I am the host. You are a guest."
Oh no, I think I might want to talk to this person. I could be wrong, and if I am, I will lead you to it.
She inclines her head. Well, I suppose I cannot be stopping you. And then she continues her trot. Trot, 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 trot.
I will trot after her.
All right. Now I'm going to move people. Okay, she's in the right place, but you're in the wrong place. Meow. Roll 20, work faster, please. Yeah, it's just a really weird delay. Every time I drop a character, then there's a moment where the page doesn't want to exist. Okay, then it comes back. Is that where you want to be?
Yes.
As she approaches the door?
Yep.
Who is it? What do you want? You know what I want. Comes a familiar voice through the door, and I know they're still in there. Let me in. Bang, bang, bang on the door. I do not think I will be doing that. That would make me a very poor host indeed. They paid. They get safety. That is how the deal works. You know this. You know this, he says, banging on the other side of the door. Now go away, and do not bother me again. Are you doing anything, Steel?
I will go. Who are you?
Comes the voice from the other side. I knew they were in there. You, horse. Why don't you come on outside? I just want to have a word with you. And she turns to you. No. Your safety is assured. You stay here.
As the lady has said, my safety is assured. I will remain here.
Are you that much of a coward? You're going to hide behind an old lady?
I am not going to upset her, as I have no need to, and we can have a pleasant chat in or outside. It does not matter.
You say so. So, then tell me this, since I've seen you snooping around town, poking your nose in where it doesn't belong. You think you can just come in here and fix what's ours?
Depends what you think is yours.
There is a loud bang on the door. This entire town doesn't belong to you. You don't know what's going on here.
This entire town belongs to the empire of Ponykind, and
Comes a bitter sound. The Empire should have protected their own then. No, they left us out here to die, and we're doing that nice and slow. But until we finish doing that, kiss off!
And why are you doing it?
Are we doing it? You're a goddamn fool! I'll find you when you're outside our house. And you hear clip-clops heading away from the door.
I'm guessing he was some sort of undead fellow.
She inclines her head. Do forgive me. I am uniquely indisposed to being very bad at telling you if that is true or not.
Ah, I'm guessing that is part of the deal aspect.
She gives a soft shrug of her shoulders. You have as many years as me, and you start forgetting what is living and what is not.
Yeah, fair enough. I suppose the lines could get blurry at certain points.
Well, there is one advantage. When I make tasty breakfast, the living people eat them. And I assume you will be wanting that breakfast, do you not, yes?
Yes, I definitely would be enjoying a breakfast.
Then I will be getting to that. Now you just forget about rude people at doors.
I will not think anything of their rudeness against your hospitality.
And off she goes to make the foods.
I will go back to the room.
Meanwhile, you're trying to decipher the mystery book.
Yeah, we're taking some time to do it.
That would be more occultism, yo. Silver, do you also have occultism?
I will see. I don't think. No.
Figure I'd check. Okay.
I went to bed, actually, my character.
So wait, you have a 17 and a die, and you got an 18. Are you trained in occultism?
Step one, like I was saying.
That's not trained.
Yeah. Good point.
So no, you don't even know how to translate this book. But you try really hard.
No.
But you're getting a headache.
So with the skills I have trained or expertise are arcana, crafting, diplomacy, medicine, and religion and survival. But otherwise, I mean, and my lore skill, but it's not gonna be useful.
I should point out
like ever.
I do have occultism if somebody pokes me.
This book's giving me a headache. I'll say it's in the library. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly. I'll give him the title. Say this is it. If you have a chance to read it, please do.
Founding Houses of Ebonsoak.
What's it? What was the name of the book again?
The Founding Houses of Ebonsoak.
Why do you think the founding houses will be important?
It's got some interesting historical occult knowledge of the area in it, I believe, and it might point to whether or not this event has occurred previously or not.
Okay. I was thinking that you were all built on some sort of old burial ground or something. I'll give it a and I'll see what I turn up. I will run to wherever the hell the library is on this map.
And as it turns out, it was actually just a real estate salesman wearing a mask.
Alright, well, I'll read the...
And I have stolen Steel Prism away from you, Doc.
No!
So I have deposited him in the library. That's all.
Gosh, how dare you?
Oh, I'm on top of form.
Oh, there you go.
I'm heading back to my room anyway.
All right, you can keep Doc company then.
Yeah. Flop. Your worm. Cuddly. Here.
And Thump.
Bear.
Okay.
Yep, there is a bed in there. How handy is that? Alright, I have moved you all around as far as I think I need to move you. Life is good. With your 23, you start piecing together the strange symbological language of, like, Aries rising and how that has to do with this house and the fact that this particular event was on a summer solstice. That's really important for some reason. And you are slowly you're putting the pieces together. You're pretty sure it's going to take a little bit more time, but you feel that you're on the right track.
All right. Well, I will spend the more time I need unless somebody interrupts me.
Well, there is eventually a ringing of the bell. Come and eat your breakfast. It is ready.
Ah,
Good.
Tasty things for you.
I'll place the book down and go for breakfast.
You fool! You've fallen right into my trap. My trap of delicious food. You are now no longer hungry. Good job. I mean, I think that's a good thing. But yes, you have eaten the breakfast. And she nods. Will you be leaving now?
I need to finish looking over a book in the library.
She inclines her head. Well, if you are wanting to stay longer, you know how it works.
Change on the floor.
Why do you keep throwing it on the floor?
Well, I want to hand it to her, but I'm not sure how.
Just give it to her. She made you breakfast. Touch things.
Yeah, sure. On the table.
Alright. This is what happens when an Earth Pony tries to give people coins.
Yep.
It's like, okay, I mean, I guess I could kiss you and pass it to you that way, but most people find that weird. Also, unhygienic.
His sorting change would be pain.
Anyway, yeah, so coins are given, and she is happy, and she trots off. And you are free to return to your literary adventures. Oh! Is anybody else doing anything while Steele is busy researching?
Well, I was going to say, go and talk to the spider still. I'll continue with my research.
Sure. Anyone want to come? Duck, I'm sure I could use your help.
Okay.
Say.
Oh.
Silver?
Quack, 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 quack.
Yes.
Quack.
Okay. We'll head out over that way. Split the party up.
I honestly can't think of what useful thing I can do because I don't have occultism and I don't have nature. So I can't really help with either of the major tasks.
Actually, just having you as a second set of eyes is worth it. The third
Yeah.
set.
And then I'll go and follow them to the spouter.
The speeder?
Yeah. As soon as we get close, I'll search to make sure no new trigger webs or such have been laid out, and then follow the way he showed us previously.
So there are no spider webs on the wall that he pointed you towards.
Okay.
So give me in athletics to just climb on up over that. Although you're fairly certain that the worst you're going to face is climbing up and then falling on your butt. Wow.
And I guess my bear.
Your bear just like pulls himself up and falls over the other side. He's fine.
I'll try again in a bit. That's kind of better.
But you start struggling yourself up. Oh god, the bear's biting you. No, oh no, and he just pulls you over the wall. Ah.
I'll try to help others.
I mean, what kind of wall is this?
We have wings.
This is the wall of the courtyard, but this is a particular section that does not have spider webs all over it.
Well, I have wings, so that solves that problem.
You flap. How dare. Give me a perception check, you flapper. Duel?
Yes.
Perception.
Oh, okay, dokie.
Is that your final answer?
Should it not be?
And that's up to you.
You can use a
Well,
hero point.
I don't see any reason why it should not be.
Right, as you flap over the wall, you feel something sticky brush up against you. But you fly through it because, well, you just do. And now you're on the other side. Hooray! Duck,
Quack.
how are you getting past the wall?
Linking up really adorably up to Steel.
Steel's not here.
Dang
I'm
it.
reading a book.
Then to who else is up there? I'm a little confused as to what's going on.
Okay,
Well.
so
Well, let's see. Do these things have? There are so many things that I feel like I should have. Oh, I do have. Let's see. So what Silver does is she lowers some rope to the duck.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
there is now a rope dangling against the wall.
And she looks at it and she just climbs it. Climb.
Give me your much lower athletics DC check.
Oh jeez.
That's good enough.
Oh.
Yeah, poof.
You beat us.
No, as it turns out, climbing a wall propped up, climbing a wall with a rope up against it's not actually that hard. I'm pretty sure even I could manage that.
Fair.
Though I would complain about it afterwards. Possibly during. Probably before. There'd be a lot of complaining, I'm just saying.
Yep, I'm quite certain that is true.
But I would do it. Right, you are now all over. Hurrah! Oh, hey, there's something approaching. It's your scooter friend.
Yeah. I'll do the.
The scooter is looking at Silver, though.
Silver responds by looking at Spooter.
I'll step in front and do spell. Talk to Spooter.
I'm pretty sure talk to Scooter is not a spell.
But talk to him.
But it should be. I mean, Paizo, you had an opportunity.
So cast that. Say hi. We're back to ask you a few questions, and sorry if we disturbed you.
The spider rears back as if surprised when you start just kind of blabbing at it.
How long does that spell last? I don't have it on hand.
I'm trying to find the spell. It was a primal spell, right? You're a primal person, so that would just make sense. Primal. There you go. Was it a first level thing? What the hell is it? Pass without trace. Pest form. Animal form. Spell magic. Gentle repose. What the hell was it? Speak with animals. Now we're talking. Speak with animals. I was looking at speak to animals, which does not exist. Alright, there it is. Speak with animals. Last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
How fancy.
I would actually learn that twice.
But yes, Scooter is looking at you somewhat surprisedly, and then points at Silver. That one touched the web. It must be devoured.
Um. So, how can I offer a replacement for that?
Tilts his head left, it tilts his head right. Looks very confused. No. Touch the web, be devoured. That is how it works.
Um. Turn to Silver. Fly.
What?
Fly out.
Oh, okay. So she turns and flies out.
And she flies. She flies so far away. While you're doing that, as I check something really quickly.
Hopefully, it doesn't have snares, webs.
This is what I was checking. It's important, you know. Gotta handle spiders correctly. Hey, they have sphinxes in the first bestiary. That's nice. Hey, look, spiders! You like spiders, aren't you? Of course you do. No, it's not a Goliath spider. Probably that. Does it? Okay, it does have that. Cool. So I will just roll this thingy. I'm pretty sure that's a miss. Yeah, Silver.
Yes.
Alright, so as you are flapping away, he goes, Phew! Spits web at you. But you easily bank to the side and just goes flying past you. And then you were gone beyond the wall. The spider looks so upset. And then he turns towards the two people who are left. It got away.
I'm sorry.
And it tilts its head left, tilts its head right. Oh, you were back. Hello.
Yeah. Just want to ask you a few things. Quickly trying to.
It's just kind of staring at you.
Are you one of the members of Worst Family?
Yeah, I like to imagine you reach into your pocket and pull out a notebook right there.
Yeah. Charlemagne Nana?
Charlemagne? Says the spider. And then its four fingers start like drawing in the dirt, writing out the word in common. I remember that. Looks a bit distant. Then it looks back at you.
You do remember. So this was your manor previously, or currently.
Spider blinks, which is quite a sight. Like there are many eyes that blink in sort of a wave.
Interesting that it has eyelids.
Welcome to Magical Spiders.
Can I ask how long have you been spinning your webs here?
I have been here for as long as I have been here, says the spider somewhat unhelpfully. But then it leans forward a bit and points at the well. Since you can understand me, do not open that.
What's down there?
Bad is down there.
As in?
It shakes its head. You open that. Trouble.
Something that was put down there, or something that evolved down there, or grew?
The spider kind of stares at you.
Did you put it down there, or has it always been there?
It seems to muse at a moment. I did not put it there. Then it looks over at Duck. You are small. You look tasty.
Here's paper, and I'll shake the paper wings.
The spider is very confused at this. Paper is not tasty. Never mind.
I don't think Duck can understand the spider. She's just like wondering.
No, the spider just looked at you and went chitter, 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 chitter.
And she just casually responds,
Oh gosh, I love you too, little guy.
I mean, this guy's not little.
"Oh,
This is a giant spider.
oh,
The kind that could attack you.
oh." Hiding ensues then.
But he is now looking back at Thorn.
So I take it you haven't fed for a while?
When something touches the webs, then I eat.
Look around at the now I assume husks in the tree, or are there anything moving?
Well, I mean, there were husks the last time you looked around the web.
Yeah. Desiccated and dried
Yeah.
out and grayed.
Oh, yeah.
Anything new from last night's meandering?
Well,
Thank
you guys came in to not the webs.
Yeah.
So unless you wander off to go check out the webs,
That's nothing visible right now.
from where you're standing now.
Okay. So, ask the spiders, how do you deal with the undead that wander through your webs?
They raise several of their legs. If they touch the web, I eat them.
So you must have plenty at night.
This spider nods. I am not hungry. But if they touch the web, I will eat them. Sometimes I eat them later.
Is there a way into the manor? And I'll point towards the main house. Without triggering your webs.
Even certain members
About
of the
half of its
furry
eyes look off towards the manor.
Now that's disturbing.
The other half trained upon you. You should not go there. It is dangerous. Then it reaches out and pokes you. Poke, if you touch the web, I will have to eat you.
Understand.
It gives like a sage nod. It's like, yes, no, that's just how life works. Like, nothing personal. It's the sun rises, I eat things that touch the web.
So, and I'll look back down at the name. So, if needed, I'll recast the spell. Point to that and say, was there anything else with this you remember? As in, other names?
Its brows lower on all of its eyes. Just kind of squints at you. Squint. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. My mate, she knows about that. She was very important. I do not like to talk to her. She gets angry very easily.
Where is she, and how do you mean she gets angry? As in, she's another spider or not?
She would eat me even when I do not touch the webs. I have to be careful.
Look up into the webs. Is she there?
He turns in place and points to the top of the manor.
Inside.
He corrects.
So you're the male. And there's a... Okay.
I should point out, this is not actually an unusual situation for a spider.
No. That's...
This is actually pretty standard as spiders go.
Usually the females are 2 to 3 times bigger.
And they will happily devour a male if they can.
Well, I
Boy, that was a
carefully-
magical evening. I'm eating you now. Wait, what?
carefully say thanks by, touching one of his forelegs, and then sort of back off with Duck and Bear and say, I think we should go carefully.
He is kind of following you, though he also looks up. He sees a bird up on the wall looking down at them. And by bird, I mean Took.
And I'll sort of like try to take the rope and climb out and, well, helps our duck and my barrel. Well, my barrel. Probably just climb.
Being able to understand spiders, can hear him as he shakes one of his legs up at Silver. Come down here and let me eat you. You touch the web.
I'll translate that and say don't. Added. He's mad.
She will be angry with me for not eating what touched the web. Come down here.
Anyway, I'll continue going.
Unfortunately, the spider does not understand anything Silver says. But that's okay. You don't understand anything the spider says, except for the part that was just translated for you.
Yep.
Expeditiously try to leave as fast as we can.
Athletics check. Let's see how good you are at climbing walls.
We have a rope up, right?
There's a rope dangling on the opposite side of the wall.
I mean, I was gonna say that since Silver's rope, she would move it to the other side of the wall to help him, but he doesn't appear to need it.
So yeah, he just scales up and slides down the other side. The bear pulls himself up and kind of flops over the other side.
Well, I pushed Duck over before.
I didn't hear anything about that.
Yeah. That's what I said earlier, was trying to help Duck up.
Oh, okay. Well, with the 21, I can buy that. So, Duck, you are thrown over the wall. Whee!
Okay.
But fortunately, there's a bear to land on.
Oof. Okay.
It's like a bearskin rug, except more potentially bitey.
Yeah. I don't think trying to pull the remains of that well is worth it. We just have to craft something.
The spider is approaching.
Why? Craft what and why for?
Well, obviously there's something down the well the spider doesn't like. And says it's evil or bad. I'm trying to translate, animal evil versus humans concept. Or, sorry,
3. Does that hit you, Silver?
Huh?
23. On Silver.
I'm finding that out. Yeah.
Alright, you have been spat upon. You are now stuck in a web.
Rude.
It is in fact very rude.
Flying?
That spider... I thought you were on the wall.
Oh.
Watching everybody.
Who was?
You.
Well, I mean, someone would hop down after them when they were over the wall.
Yes, but that's when it spat the web.
Oh, jeez.
So you are glued to the wall, and it is approaching.
Try to stand in the way.
So, I mean, now you're on the other side of the wall. You're on the outside of the wall. It's coming from the inside of the wall.
I thought that's where Silver landed, was with us when it landed.
I mean, Silver was on the top of the wall. It is now stuck to the top of the wall. You guys are on the outside of the wall. It's on the inside of the wall and approaching.
You okay?
It would be acrobatics or athletics to escape the webs, depending on whether you're trying to just yank yourself out or slip out.
Well, I am crap at both things, so it doesn't much matter.
It still matters on what's higher, your strength or your dexterity.
Strength as.
And athletics it is. See, that was easy. A 12. Well, you didn't crit fail. But you are struggling against the webs, and the spider is approaching, and your druid can hear the meanings of their little chitters. Oh, I will eat you. You will make a fine snack, and then she won't be mad at me.
I'll reach up and touch the trigger web.
The spider stops and looks confused. Oh no. Something else has touched the web. I need to catch it. You stay right there, it says, pointing at Silver. And then it begins climbing the web to see what was touching its guide webs.
Shoot.
Wow.
Turn into a...
So, Silver, you have more time to try to get away. Are you struggling, or are you just kind of sitting there?
But I'm struggling.
Then give me that. Oh, well, look at that. You wrench yourself free! Huzzah!
Fly, be free, little bird.
And she goes to the other side, and she hops down to the other side of the wall, and starts trotting.
The spider hears webs breaking and looks over. Oh no! It got away. Oh, she's going to be so mad at me.
Oh boy, start running with the rest of the group.
The spider looks so dejected. This was not its day. And on the plus side, you've all escaped. Yay! It could be worse.
Spider with memory.
And so you return to the manor? Question mark.
Yes.
I
And-
assume dragging Duck along.
Quack, 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 quack.
Back there, you run into a steel prism who has deciphered things and places. You have a fairly good grasp on the nature of the houses, and it seems like they weren't really on the up and up, even when this place was a good, working? Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark? Like Schlomane there, the place they just visited, they were known specifically to tame spiders to try to make them make more silk. But there were rumors going around that the book outlines that they had way too many spiders and way too large spiders to have gotten them naturally. Some postulate that perhaps some of the missing people were related to this occurrence. But since Ebon Soak was literally the namesake of the town, and they needed it, nobody really questioned them too hard about it.
I'm letting everybody know this information as I get it.
Yeah, I'm just disseminating it. I'm assuming you guys all have gathered together for Steel Prism story time.
Yeah. Offering him some strong brew coffee.
I don't
come.
think
And Duck is pet by Silver while story times.
Quack, 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 quack.
So I'll relay also the information about the spider and their mate is possibly the members of the house or what's left.
Well, the spider doesn't want us to go inside. And if they didn't get the spiders naturally, perhaps these people have made deals with questionable individuals.
Dun, dun, dun. Another of the forming houses is this manor. This manor was known for its occult predilections. I'm mangling that word.
The inn where we're at?
Yeah, it wasn't an inn.
Oh.
At least from the founding chapters there. It seems that they were really deep into the occult. In fact, the author of this book was a member of that house.
Oh dear.
Good source.
But they also seem to take great pride in that they weren't involved with the shady dealings of the town. But since it was written by somebody of the house, is that 100% guaranteed?
They're just involved in their own shady dealings.
Give me an occultism steal.
Or info, hopefully. Yeah, I'll take that one.
What did you do?
I broke the gate.
You did.
Tell me everything.
And here's a fold-out storyline thesis map.
Okay, no, you put the pieces together. It seems like the person who wrote this book actually had some secrets in here, like they wanted to confess, but they did not dare do it openly. But you start connecting the dots. I mean, like, you feel like one of those paranoid people with all those lines.
Oh dear. Somebody quick, give me some string.
Exactly, and a bunch of push pins. But you eventually piece it together. Apparently, there were deals struck in this house. That is probably why she still exists and why her stallion friend was still here. As long as they live up to the bargains that they have set for themselves, they're not going anywhere. But they are bound by them all the same. But they knew this. They knew this when they stepped into it. This was not a mistake on any particular level. So they're not innocent. It's basically the bottom line there. And in part of being able to forge these lines, they did definitely do some not nice things to innocent people to cement those deals. You know, like the ghost that you had conversations with the first night.
Oh dear.
Right. So we either need to track down these individuals and find out if we can break the deal or complete whatever they were, if there was a completion towards their deal, or find a way of removing them.
But don't worry, there are other houses. Right. You also found out why there are Phoenix Wolves in the first place, because it's actually kind of rare for there to be a multiplicity of Phoenix Wolves in a settlement. Just let you know that, because that's kind of a common thing with Phoenix Wolves. What do you know about Phoenix Wolves? Well, I only see one at a time as a rule. They're pretty rare. But here, even in this broken down town, there's still 4 of them. So what's up with that? Yeah, there's like 30 people, but there's still 4 Phoenix Wolves. That's actually kind of high. I didn't actually tell you what the reason was. The reason why was while they were still trying to set things up, and when they had located the moonflowers, it turns out that crushed and burned moonflowers was an extremely addictive opiate to the Phoenix Wolves, to the point that they didn't want to go anywhere. And it attracted basically a little pack of Phoenix Wolves. There were, at the time of the writing of that book, about 20 or so Phoenix Wolves.
So I take it's like catnip, the Phoenix Wolves?
Basically, yeah.
Oh, good. We
We-
have a way to get the one that's lost back. At least one of them.
That's well, at least get their attention.
Wait,
Right.
these jars have.
And just to point out, moonflower is a powerful herb that glows under the full moon and causes intense emotions in those that eat it. But as you have read in this book, if you crush it up and burn it just so, it just totally drives Phoenix Wolves nuts.
Can,
And they like it.
is it a common thing in the area around here?
It's definitely a thing of this area. Like, it is well known
Would
in
I
this area.
Be able to.
You guys tripped over some. I mentioned it. I remember mentioning it.
Yeah,
Would
I
I
think
be able to identify areas I could go pick up some?
That sounds like a nature thingy to go harvesting. So, okay, well, you just head on outside. I'll be right back.
okay.
All right, unless you're harvesting inside the house, that'd be kind of weird.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, this plot over here has it.
Oh, look at that! It's right here behind the book. Hooray! All right, so Thorn heads up back outside.
I'll just gather some nearby. Around the well.
And what are the rest of you doing while Thorn is busy?
Well, I'll keep reading stuff to see if anything further crops out. We've got some clues what we might be able to do. I've offered out some suggestions, but wait for the return of. Go from there.
There was a temple here in Ebonsoak dedicated to the night goddesses, both the Moon Princess and the Nightmare. It was said that there was a pond hidden in it, and that priests would oversee rituals done underneath the full moon that would imbue people with the blessings of the gods. The fact that there were also, increasing numbers of people who were a bit unhinged had nothing to do with that, obviously.
Obviously, yes.
Well, the Moon Princess is to do with healing and, or at least mind protection. She protects your dreams. So that seems a bit odd.
I mean, you'd have to go check it out, but at least you know that's a thing.
Alright. Visit temple. Who's her name? What am I saying? No, I don't.
There is one last passage scrolled in on the final page, as if whoever was doing it was in quite a hurry.
Alright.
And the strangest part about that is the fact that it's not couched in symbolism. It's like written in just like plain common, like a schlub. I mean, who does that?
Some
We'll
people.
find out.
They're coming, it says. I can hear them scratching at the walls, calling my name in the night. And I have to go. Whoever finds this, I wish you luck. And then there's a ink splatter, as if they had just dropped the quill on the page.
Someone was kind enough to reshelve everything and clean up.
I mean, there is somebody who still lives here.
Yeah.
True. I suppose that since the innkeeper is one of the people that made these deals, we could ask more about them.
So many questions. But there you go. I have given you plot hooks. Aren't you happy?
Yay.
Yep. Very, very happy. It's just no idea which direction to go now. Less idea than before.
I mean, in a situation like this, you roll a die and go, okay, that one. So, I mean, theoretically, none of them are more important than the other ones.
Well, Thorn has already run out to go and find a flower, so perhaps
Yes.
we can go and find a Thorn. We can do the flower route, and then I want to have a look at this temple after, unless anything else crops up.
So Thorn, hi Thorn.
Yes.
Aren't you a happy person?
Yep. La 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 through the flowers.
Yes, you find a nice little thatch of flowers. Oh, how lovely. And when you raise your head with flowers in mouth, there is a really intense earth pony staring at you. There you are, he says with a familiar voice, and that's where we'll cut a break.
Smile.
It's like, what happens? We'll find out next time.
That we will.
Yes. I'm assuming you know who I'm talking about, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Just making sure I'm not being too subtle about it. But yes, we'll do that. If you guys want to switch to the Foundry, I am cool with that. Let me know.
I would like to.
I had a feeling you would vote for it.
I've not used it yet. I'm more than willing to experiment.
Okay, and I will do my best to copy this game over to it. There are tools for that. I mean, they're kind of annoying tools that don't always work.
I don't suppose being opposed to switching over makes any difference.
I mean, yes.
Okay, good.
I mean, do you prefer Roll20? It's been really annoying recently.
Yeah. Yes, I strongly prefer Roll20.
Foundry is literally Roll20 with more features. That's what it is.
I'm pleased to hear that. I strongly prefer Roll20.
All right. Well, if you want to do it Roll20, I won't force you.
Whatever the popular is, it don't matter.
I vote Foundry strongly.
I'll have to have you give me a tour sometime.
Yes, see, the bathroom's over there, the kitchen's down the hallway.
Oh, that's some foundry.
As you can see, the furnace is right there. And you can't have a fountain without a furnace. Come on.
No AC? Come on.
Roll20, why are you such a pain in the ass?
Well, on that note, I'm gonna log out.
Anyway, I do hope you guys had a good time.
Yep, sorry for chewing up so much time.
No, that's fine.
How
Everyone has
dare
to-
you chew up the scenery? I mean, seriously, I set up the scenery and I sprinkled it with sugar, and I kind of expect some chewing to happen.
Nom 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 nom.
Exactly. Anyway, you all have a wonderful day. I will be here for next week.
Okay,
Yay.
say bye.